Video game music is good. Like, too good. Like, unreasonably good. Not just wow, this is a catchy boss theme good. I'm talking about music that hits you in the chest while you're dodging projectiles or walking through a broken world. The kind of music that feels like it was forged inside the game's soul and not just dropped in afterward. That's what this video is about. I want to talk about the games where the music fits so well that removing it would literally break the experience. Where the soundtrack is so perfectly matched to the world, the characters, the pacing, that it stops being music and starts becoming part of the storytelling. Sometimes it's loud, sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's orchestral, sometimes it sounds like a boss fight inside a blender. But in the right game at the right moment, the music says what the visuals can't. It fills in the emotional blanks, it becomes the atmosphere. And no, this isn't a ranking of the best soundtracks. I'm not here to argue about which OST slaps the hardest. This isn't about the top 10 most downloaded boss themes or which songs would win in a fight. This is about the soundtracks that complete the game. I'm sorry, Persona.
You say the dumbest shit.
Oh, and if you like this kind of video, deep dives, emotional essays, and the occasional unnecessary joke, consider subscribing. Or don't. I won't cry. I won't cry. But anyways, let's talk about video game music that's just too good. I've said this before in a past video, and I still mean it. I genuinely believe NieR Automata is the greatest game of all time. And if that wasn't bold enough, I'll go one step further. I think it has the greatest video game soundtrack ever made. Yeah, I said it. Because NieR Automata's music doesn't just elevate the gameplay or sweeten the combat. It threads itself into the entire experience. It's in the silence, it's in the noise. It breathes with the player. Let me walk you through a few tracks that absolutely define this soundtrack's brilliance. First up, City Ruins. If you say the words NieR Automata, this is the first thing I hear. It's iconic, it's melancholic, it's home. The melody is simple but haunting. There's this feeling of vastness, like the world has been abandoned but not forgotten. It doesn't try to overwhelm you, it just sits with you. And the way it evolves depending on where you are or what you're doing, it never gets old. It just becomes part of the landscape. This is a track that doesn't just tell you what the world looks like, it tells you what it feels like. Next, Amusement Park. This one hits completely different. You roll up to this abandoned amusement park, and suddenly, there's this twisted kind of beauty. Robots are dancing, fireworks are going off, everything is colorful, chaotic, and just a little bit eerie. And the music, it's pure magic. High-pitched vocals, playful rhythms, that carousel-like tempo. It sounds like a memory of something that was never quite real. It captures joy and sadness at the same time, like something meant for children, but haunted by what happened to the world. This track alone makes you stop and look around. You feel like you stepped into a forgotten dream. Now let's talk about Peaceful Sleep. This one might not be as bombastic or memorable on the first listen, but it's one of the most emotionally layered pieces in the game. It plays at the Resistance camp. It's calm, repetitive, gentle. But underneath the peaceful surface, there's this subtle current of tension. It reflects the characters who live there. People trying to survive, trying to find peace in a world that's long since ended. There's warmth in it, but also wariness. The kind of song that keeps you company when everything else feels uncertain. And finally, The Tower. City Ruins is what I think of first when I hear NieR. The Tower is what I feel when I think about the end. This track is transcendent. It doesn't even sound like it belongs to this world. The vocals feel angelic and lost at the same time. The melody keeps spiraling upward, like it's trying to escape gravity. And paired with the moment it plays in the game, when everything is unraveling, when you're crumbling into the unknown, it hits hard. It's one of the best examples I can think of where music isn't just backing up the narrative, it is the narrative. And all this builds upon one of the most emotionally charged sequences in the game. The point is, these songs don't elevate the moment, but make it what it is. Here, let's do an experiment. Let's take a scene in this game, like right before the final fight of Ending A, when 2B descends the crater to face Eve. Everything's gone wrong. The world feels empty, grief hanging over the battlefield. It's quiet, but heavy. And the music that plays in that moment, the sound of the end, is everything. But what happens if we take the music out?
Now what?
Visually, still stunning. The camera work, the pacing, all of it is cinematic. But something is wrong. It feels distant, cold, like you're watching a moment instead of feeling it. That's what happens when you remove the music. The weight disappears, the sadness feels incomplete. Now, let's put the track back in. Immediately, everything changes. The slow descent down the crater becomes a funeral march. The layered vocals, the pulsing rhythm, they don't just accompany the moment, they define it. Suddenly, this isn't just the path to a boss fight, it's mourning. The music gives shape to everything the characters aren't saying. That's what I mean when I say NieR's soundtrack isn't just part of the game, it is the game. I genuinely think NieR Automata wouldn't be half as effective without its music. The game would still be smart, stylish, and deeply philosophical, but it wouldn't feel the way it does. And even now, as I'm playing NieR Replicant for the first time, the music there is already hitting the same way. Hills of Radiant Winds is an instant classic, and I'm not even halfway through. That same mix of beauty and sorrow, chaos and calm, it's there again, and I love it. Yoko Taro's storytelling may be unconventional, but Kichi Okabe's music, that's where the emotion lives. And together, they make magic. So, I played Clear Obscure Expedition 33 for the first time recently, and I'm just gonna say it. This game completely caught me off guard. It might be one of the greatest games I've ever played. No, it is one of the greatest games I've ever played. The opening cutscene alone, it nearly sold me on the entire game. That track, Lumiere, is stunning. It's not dramatic or loud. It's calm, poised, eerie, elegant. It doesn't scream epic adventure. It whispers something deeper. You're walking into something beautiful and doomed. From there, the entire soundtrack just spirals into brilliance. And there's one track that completely shattered my idea of what a battle theme can be. Monoko. Most games give you fast drums, horns, maybe some strings going wild. This game gave me a battle theme with a saxophone and a rose piano, my two favorite instruments, in the middle of a high-stakes turn-based fight. And it works. It's smooth, it's chaotic, it's absurdly stylish. It redefines what a boss theme can sound like. Not just aggressive, cool. It feels like jazz got dropped into a surreal oil painting and told to go off. And then, there's Flying Waters, Go Blue. Look, I don't even have a big analysis for this one. It's just gorgeous. Every single second is ear candy. The harmonies, the pacing, the restraint, it's like watching sunlight refract underwater. It doesn't just sound nice, it feels refreshing, like the game is letting you breathe for a moment, but still holding you in a dream. And now, let's get to the heavy hitters. We lost. Man, this song doesn't just hurt, it devastates. It starts quiet, almost numb, like the aftermath of something you weren't ready for. that it swells, not in volume, but in grief. The melody feels broken, like it's trying to hold itself together but can't. And the vocals, they don't sing, they ache. This track doesn't need a cutscene to break your heart. It is the cutscene. It's the moment you realize something's gone, and it's not coming back. And then there's Invitemir. I don't know how to describe this one without just playing it and letting you feel it, but I'll try. It's theatrical, like the finale of a tragic opera. Every note feels like a last goodbye. The vocals are raw, almost sacred, and the composition has this haunting circular feeling, like you're reliving a memory you can't escape. It's not just a song, it's a confession. A moment of clarity, a final bloom before the fall. And the fact that it hits this hard in a game I hadn't even heard of a few months ago, that's insane. You know what? Let me hit you with another bold take. I think this is the second best video game soundtrack I've ever experienced. Expedition 33 gave me one of the most emotionally precise, beautifully composed soundtracks I've ever heard. And I'm not saying that lightly, behind the Automata, but just barely. The music in this game doesn't just support the story, it becomes part of the world's logic. It's surreal, it's devastating, it's breathtaking. And I'll absolutely be making a full video about it soon. But for now, the soundtrack was unforgettable. And now we go from tragic operas and emotional ruin to pure, unfiltered chaos. Let's talk about Cuphead. This is, without a doubt, one of my favorite video games and soundtracks of all time. And if you couldn't tell already by how much Persona music I use in my videos, or by the literal jazz boss theme in the last game I talked about, jazz is my favorite genre. The Cuphead soundtrack is basically a non-stop parade of swing, ragtime Dixieland bebop, all played like the band is on fire and loving every second of it. But the genius isn't just how good it sounds, it's in how perfectly it fits the game. This is a world where everything moves like a rubber hose cartoon, where enemies are dancing, yelling, and exploding all at once, and the music never stops matching that energy. The soundtrack doesn't just accompany the action, it's locked in step with it. Every track feels like it was tailor-made for the boss it's paired with, and it doesn't matter if you like jazz or not, these songs absolutely slap. The horns are aggressive, the pianos are sprinting, the drums are punching your ears with syncopated joy. Even people who never listened to big band jazz in their life have heard Botanic Panic and said, oh wait, this kinda hits. But let's talk about a few standouts. First up, Floral Fury. This track is deceptively clean. It opens like a simple rag, but the rhythm starts to twist, just like the boss itself. It's catchy, unpredictable, and perfectly mirrors the animation. That mix of charm and menace. Next, Die House. It's not even a full boss theme, just a little intermission track. But that baritone vocal, the lazy swing, it's so smooth it almost makes you forget how many times you've just died. It's pure attitude. Also, fun fact, the singer is actually a woman. I know, talk about talent. Bring me those contracts, come on, bring them to the king. Then there's High C, High Jinx. The brass in this song is relentless. It's the audio version of a storm at sea. It captures the chaos of the level without ever falling apart. Every instrument is sprinting, but they're all in sync. And I can't not mention Dramatic Fanatic. It's one of the most theatrical tracks in the game. You can feel the drama, the flair, the spotlight. It's the final boss energy with without even being a final boss. Honestly, I could list every single track in this game and still not run out of ways to praise them. Because Cuphead didn't just include great jazz music, it built an entire world around it. The animation, the gameplay, the aesthetic, it all moves like jazz. And when you're dodging bullets, parrying pink blobs, and barely surviving a chaotic boss fight, it's the music that keeps your feet tapping through the madness. It's stylish, it's focused, and it's one of the best arguments for music as identity in a game that I've ever seen. So yeah, video game music, it's too good. Whether it's haunting you in the ruins of a dying world, echoing through a dreamlike nightmare, or smacking you in the face with a trumpet solo, the best soundtracks do more than sound good. They belong. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, I make a lot more like it. Deep dives, emotional breakdowns, and probably too many jazz references. So subscribe if you want, or drop a comment about your favorite OST moment. I also stream on Twitch where you can find me playing video games, laughing with viewers, and of course, vibing to more video game music. So I would greatly appreciate a follow, as we are so close to hitting 200 followers. The link will be in the description. But that's all I got today. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.